brand new pal.
Didn't touch the button.
Till the end, the brand new friend. Say it again. Say it high.
Hi.
Say it low.
Hello.
Say it fast.
Hello.
Say it slow.
Whoa!
Get up on your feet and to everyone you meet. Say hello, 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 hello. Say it high,
Hi.
say it low,
Hello.
say it fast,
Hello.
say it slow. Get up on your feet and to everyone you meet. Say hello, 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 hello.
Hello.
Hello. Well, that is a big hello. I had a little knock on the door and they said it's not working. And I looked at the screen. I hadn't turned it on. So thank you for letting me know. I'm here, you're here. I'm so glad. It's Saturday. We're a little bit behind, but what else are we going to do on a Saturday morning but have story time? Good morning to you. Good morning to you. It's story time on Saturday. Is anybody here new? If you're new, we normally start at 10:30, but we're running a little bit late. That's okay. Oh, put one arm up and give us a 5-finger stretch. If you are new, if you are back, 10 fingers go up, and oh boy, does it feel good to stretch. All right, second verse. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. It's story time on Saturday. Let's read a book or two. And for the month of January, we are reading all about winter and snow. And I decided this a while back, and it's all worked out because we've had a lot of winter and quite a bit of snow. All right, last verse. Stand up if you would like to. Get your legs moving. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. It's story time on Saturday. No. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Before we get started, we'll get it together. Let's hop like a kangaroo. Hop, 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 hop. We'll do that again. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Before we get started, let's hop like a kangaroo. Hop, 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 hop. And you know what? We're going to keep singing. And some songs work only in the winter time, like this one.
Winter time is here. Winter time is here. Winter time is here. Winter time is here. Icy toes, chilly nose. Winter time is here. My teeth chatter. What's the matter? Winter time is here. Oh, icy toes, chilly nose. Winter time is here. My teeth chatter. What's the matter? Winter time is here. Playing in the snow, riding on a sleigh, playing with our friends, having fun all day, building snowmen high, shooting snowballs too. Oh, what fun it is to play in the snow with you. Hey, icy toes, chilly nose, winter time is here. My teeth chatter, what's the matter? Winter time is here. Oh, icy toes, chilly nose, winter time is here. My teeth chatter, what's the matter? Winter time is here. Let's do it again. Yeah. Icy toes, chilly nose, winter time is here. My teeth chatter, what's the matter? Winter time is here. Oh, icy toes, chilly nose, winter time is here. My teeth chatter, what's the matter? Winter time is here. My teeth chatter, what's the matter? Winter time is here.
Lots of fun. Well, again, my apologies that I didn't press the button, that we're running late. Whew. It was a 10-minute snow delay. Let's say that. All right. Well, this book has a wonderful take on winter. And it says that winter is the warmest season. And anybody that has been in their car this morning that has a little car thermometer, or maybe you have a thermometer outside of your window, you will know that it's actually very cold outside. It was 1 degree, just 1, when I drove in earlier. So this book looks at all the warm things that do happen, that we do have in the winter. So this is called Winter is the Warmest Season. Most people think it's summer with its long, steamy days, but not me. My world is warmest in the winter. When winter comes, my jacket puffs warm with feathers, and my hat grows ear flaps. My pants hide deep in my fuzzy boots, and my hands wear warm, woolly sweaters. Isn't that a fun way to think about mittens? Mittens being like hand sweaters. When winter comes, summer's plants and animals sleep deep under thick blankets of snow. While the snowmen I build dance on top, wearing warm wraparound scarves. When winter comes, my iced summer's milk turns to hot chocolate, and cold jelly sandwiches turn into grilled cheeses. Oh, don't those look warm and yummy? Hot soups, hot pies, and oven hot breads make winter the warmest for the inside of me. When winter comes, summer's cool fans hide in dark basements, while sleeping radiators awake to their dragon selves, banging and hissing and pouring heat all through the house. When winter comes, cats sit on laps instead of windowsills. Even nights are warmer in the winter. Fires burn in fireplaces and candles burn in candle places. I think parties are warmer in winter. And when summer's cool swims turn into winter's hot baths. I know my pajamas will grow big, warm feet. My bed is warmest in winter. piled high with blankets of plaid, blankets striped yellow, and a blue starry quilt on top. In winter, bodies sit closer, books last longer, and hugs squeeze the warmest. Even friends are warmer. And in winter, when it's the very warmest and I close my sleepy eyes, I might dream of summer. Just to cool me off. Isn't that a sweet book? So there are so many warm and wonderful things about winter, and that's a good reminder. Winter is the warmest season. All right, well, I've also got, you might have been here when I first started, even though it was late, and Lucinda had a song, and actually, Teddy Bear wanted to sing a song with you. So I don't know if you have a doll, or if you have a teddy bear, or maybe you just have a baby in your house. But this is a great song to grab somebody or something. If I can get it.
Put your baby in the air, in the air. Put your baby in the air, in the air. Put your baby in the air.
Or your bear.
Say, how's the air up there? Put your baby in the air, in the air. Swing your baby way down low, way down low.
We're down here.
Swing your baby way down low, way down low. Swing your baby way down low. Rock it to and fro. Swing your baby way down low, way down low. Bounce your baby on your knee, on your knee. Bounce your baby on your knee, on your knee. Bounce your baby on your knee like a little circus flea. Bounce your baby on your knee, on your knee. Rock your baby in your arms, in your arms. Rock your baby in your arms, in your arms. Rock your baby in your arms, safe and far from harm. Rock your baby in your arms, in your arms. Bounce your baby on your knee, on your knee. Swing your baby way down low, way down low. Put your baby in the air, in the air.
Good job. Good job, good job. All right, well, we are going to continue reading about the snow. And I just think this is a really beautiful book. It has wonderful pictures and lovely words. And this is called This Place in the Snow. And here are more people who I think, look at them, I think they like winter. Do you think they like winter? I think they like winter. A silent snow fell all through the night. It lay like lace along the trees and it padded the houses, and it capsuled the cars in thick and sticky white. Like lace on the trees, and like a hat on the house. And look, it's true. You can hardly see the cars. Capsuled the cars. And a lumbering plow came rumbling and rattling, pushing up hillsides, up mountains, up snow. Rolling and rounding, it mounded it high in creamy waves of white. Now rooms asleep at once awakened. And quiet turned noisy, and noisy turned loud, with strings of cries and shrieks and shouts. The plow! The plow! The plow! And now came the flurry of dressing in woolens. And eating was the hurry of and there was the hurry of eating hot cakes. Because you know what they want to do, right? Mm-hmm. And there was a hush as they stepped outside to watch the work of the plow. At last, with a wave, their snow mound was ready. Like spring beans sprung, they raced to the top, and they looked down around them at what this might be. This place they would make in the snow. So the plow has taken all the snow off the road, and it's made it into a big mound. And now they've got to figure out, what are they going to do with this snow? And then came much talking and planning about it. Like this, someone said, or maybe like that. Or we could, and we could, oh, and let's do that and that. They brightly and they greatly agreed. So they began, and they tunneled, and they hollowed, and they tunneled deep pockets, and they hollowed large holes. And they shoveled great shovels, big spoonfuls of white, sun snow like lemon, shade snow light blue. Then, using their arms, they built up snow wallways. And using their feet, they trampled snow floors. And using their might, they rolled and they rounded. And they mounded snow spirals sky high. And after they'd finished their shaping and their carving, and shiny things all shiny and carefully swept, together they felt it, just then. And all this, look at that. Wow. They were kings in a kingdom uncovered. And though much later they went inside, and I love the pink. That pink in the sky in the winter is just so beautiful in the evening. And they took off wet snowsuits and they sat with hot soup. That gauzy white night, they came out again to the sound in the town of the plow. And they looked up there to the sky just above them, and they looked down here to the ground just below, and they all looked all around them at what they could see. This place full of grace in the snow. This place in the snow. And I just think it's a beautiful book. And these people love snow. They do, they do. They also like winter. Well, I like you, and I'm glad you're here. And we haven't done this song in a while.
I love your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose, oh, oh, oh. I love your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose, oh, 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 I love you so. My love for you is as big as a tree, bigger than a whale living in the sea, larger than the moon up in the sky, it's true. I love your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose, oh, oh, oh. I love your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose, oh, 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 I love you so. My love for you is strong as glue, stronger than an ox and a donkey too. The strength of a diamond doesn't compare, it's true. I love your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose, oh, oh, oh. I love your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose, oh, oh, oh. Oh, I love you so. My love for you goes as high as a kite, higher than an airplane taking flight. My heart swells up when I think of you, it's true. I love your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose, oh, oh, oh. I love your knees, love your toes, love your belly, love your nose, oh, oh, oh. Oh, I love you so. Oh, I love you so. Oh, I love you so.
Well, I think this is a wonderful book because this is a book about someone who is a little bit more hesitant about winter. Someone who maybe doesn't love winter the way the people in the other books do. This book is called Winter Woes. And it says, runny nose, frozen toes, and other winter woes. It's snowing, it's snowing, hooray, hooray. I'll go outside and play all day. I'll put on my mittens and tie my scarf tight. I'll wear woolly socks so I don't get frostbite. I'll put on my hat and my boots for the snow. I'll put on my coat and I'm ready to go. But what if I put on all that stuff and get outside and I'm not warm enough? I might get cold. I might get wet. But that's not as bad as my day could get. What if I'm running to go play outside and the steps are all icy and I slip and I slide? And I fall off the stairs and I land on my sled and I shoot down the hill heading straight for the shed. stop the sled, and the wind bites my nose, and I can't see a thing 'cause my eyeballs are froze. And I keep going faster and faster and faster, and I know this is going to end in disaster. And then, all at once, I slam into the shed, and an icicle falls off and lands on my head. And I fall over backwards, and I land in the snow, and I'm buried right there for an hour or so. And I wiggle and struggle. I'm totally trapped. And to make matters worse, my lips get all chapped. And I finally get out, and then I feel like a wreck. And 10 tons of snow, ooh, have gone right down my neck. And it's starting to melt, and it drips everywhere, and it flows like a stream, ooh, through my long underwear. This is quite a page. And my mittens are soggy, and they smell like old cheese. And my nose starts to run, and the boogers all freeze, and I can't wipe them off because they're frozen in place, but I try, and my mitten gets stuck to my face. And I can't pull it off, and I try, and at last I give up, and I just start to cry, and I sob, and I weep, and I bawl like a nut. And the teardrops stream down, and my eyelids freeze shut. And I can't see a thing, and I trip, and I fall, and I roll down the hill like a giant snowball. And I tumble and bounce, and I shudder and bump, and I see that I'm speeding straight toward a big jump. And I surge off the jump and up in the sky, and I keep going up till I'm 6 miles high. And then I start falling. I drop like a brick, and I plummet so fast that I start to feel sick. And my stomach feels queasy, and my head starts to ache, and I rocket toward Earth, and I land in a lake. And I smash through the ice and go into the drink, and my brain freezes up so I can hardly think. And I swim to the surface, and I sputter and cough, and I climb through the hole, and my boots both fall off, and my toes get real cold, and they freeze on the spot, and I try to walk home, but I find I cannot, and my clothes are all soaked, and they're starting to freeze. And I can't bend my arms, and I can't bend my knees. And I can't move an inch, and I can't do a thing, and I'm stuck on the lake till the middle of spring. Then the sun warms the world with its radiant glow, and I'm starting to melt like I'm made out of snow. And little by little, and day after day, I get smaller and smaller, and just melt away. Well, I've thought it all through. And I've had to decide that it's simply not safe to go playing outside. So I'll drink my hot chocolate and sit by the fire and warm up my toes till I start to perspire. But what if I'm sitting here warming my toes and a hot chocolate marshmallow gets stuck up my nose? You thought it was ending winter woes. Isn't that fun? All that could go wrong does in his mind. Fun, fun book. All right. We are running late, but that's because we started late because I forgot to press the button. But that is okay. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a little bit of dancing. This is a song we haven't done in a while. If I were a lobster, I'd want to dance with you. Here we go. Let's find it.
If you were a lobster, I'd wanna dance with you. Or if you were an otter, I'd still wanna dance with you. If you swim or if you fly, as long as you come on by. Yes, you know it's true. I love dancing with you. When the sun comes up, come on, let's jump like the bunnies and the froggies do. Let's jump. Donkey, I'd wanna dance with you. Or if you were a monkey, I'd still wanna dance with you. If you swim or if you fly, as long as you come on by. Yes, you know it's true. I love dancing with you. When the sun comes up, come on, let's jump like the bunnies and the froggies do. Let's jump. Moose, I'd wanna dance with you. Or if you were a goose, I still wanna dance with you. If you swim or if you fly, as long as you come on by. Yes, you know it's true. I love dancing with you. When the sun comes up, come on, let's jump like the bunnies and the froggies do. Yes, you know it's true. I love dancing with you. When the sun comes up, come on, let's jump like the bunnies and the froggies do. Like the bunnies and the froggies do.
You're a dancer. Which I wasn't going to do, but you know what? It takes me to my next book, and it's called Barnyard Dance. And it's just a fun book about dancing, and I wasn't going to do it, but you know what? Let's just do this. Stomp your feet, clap your hands. Everybody ready for a barnyard dance. Bow to the horse, bow to the cow, twirl, twirl, twirl the pig if you know how. Bounce with the bunny, strut with the duck. Spin with the chickens now, cluck, cluck, cluck. With a bah and a meow and a cock-a-doodle-doo. Everybody promenade 2 by 2. Prance with the horses, skitter with the mice. Swing with your partner once or twice. With an A and a meow and a cock-a-doodle-doo. Another little promenade 2 by 2. Trot with the turkey, leap with the frog. Take another spin with the barnyard dog. Turn with the cow in a patch of clover. I'll take a bow, and the dance is over. With an oink and a moo, and quack, 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 the dance is done, but we'll be back. And I do love a barnyard dance with music, with books. All right, I'm looking at the time, but I guess the time, we're behind because I forgot to press the button. All right, I'm going to read one final story, and this is a super sweet story, and this is called Lost and Found. Once there was a boy who found a penguin at his door. And the boy didn't know where it had come from, but it began to follow him everywhere. And the penguin looked sad, and the boy thought, "It must be lost." So the boy decided to help the penguin find its way home. He checked in the Lost and Found office, but no one was missing a penguin. He asked some birds if they knew where penguins came from, but they ignored him. Some birds are like that. The boy asked his duck, but the duck floated away and he didn't know either. That night, the boy couldn't sleep for disappointment. He wanted to help the penguin, but he wasn't sure how. The next morning, he discovered that penguins come from the South Pole. But how could he get there? So he ran down to the harbor and he asked a big ship to take them to the South Pole. But his voice was much too small to be heard over the ship's horn. See him? He's way down there. That is a big ship. Together, the boy decided that he and Penguin would row to the South Pole. So the boy took his rowboat out and tested it for size and strength. And he told stories to the penguin to help pass the time. They packed everything they would need. And pushed the rowboat out to sea. And they rowed south for many days. And many nights. And there was lots of time for stories, and the penguin listened to every one. So the boy would always tell another. And they floated through good weather and bad when the waves were as big as mountains. Until finally, they came to the South Pole. The boy was delighted, but the penguin said nothing. And suddenly it looked sad again as the boy helped it out of the boat. Then the boy said goodbye and floated away. But when he looked back, the penguin was still there, and it looked sadder than ever. It felt strange for the boy to be on his own. There was no point telling stories now because there was no one to listen except the wind and the waves. Instead, he had a thought. And the more he thought, the more he realized he'd made a big mistake. The penguin hadn't been lost. It had just been lonely. Quickly, he turned the boat around and he rowed back to the South Pole as fast as he could. At last, he reached the South Pole again, but where was Penguin? And the boy searched, but he was nowhere to be found. Sadly, the boy set off for home. But then, the boy saw something in the water ahead of him. Closer and closer he got until he could see the penguin. So the boy and his friend went home together, talking of wonderful things all the way. Isn't that sweet? Lost and found. He wasn't lost, he was just lonely. Well, thank you for being here today. Again, I do apologize that I was late. I was having a story time without you. I forgot to press the button, and I do apologize. We've had more stories and songs about winter, and some people do. Some people really, really love winter. And it is true, there are lots of warm things in wintertime. And some people love to go and they love to play outside and make things in the snow. Some people would rather stay inside, that they would rather just be inside in front of a warm fireplace, and they worry about things in the snow. Some people do. Some people in the wintertime, they do feel a little bit lonely. And so we're thankful for all of our friends. And I am certainly thankful for you. I am so glad you're here because I have to say that one of the highlights of my whole week, whatever the season, is being here with you. It's true. It looks beautiful outside. It's just cold. I like this bear. It's cold outside, it still can be fun. Warm inside, it can be fun. If you know someone who's lonely, maybe it'd be a good day to play together.
It's such a good feeling to know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling. You're growing inside, and when you wake up ready to say, I think I'll make a snappy new day. It's such a good feeling, a very good feeling, a feeling you know that
I'll be back. I'll be on time next week, I promise.
the day is new.
10:30.
And I'll have more ideas for you.
out. I will too. Thanks for being here. Stay safe, stay warm, inside or out.